Hello and welcome back to the Cars Ireland YouTube channel. Today we are taking a tour of the Mitsubishi L200 pickup truck. This is the 6th generation of the ever popular pickup truck, and it has definitely taken on a much more aggressive face than the previous model. But do let us know what you think in the comments. Come with me and we'll have a little tour around. Welcome to the back of the Mitsubishi L200. The payload is 1,075 kilograms, which is a smidge lower than some of its competitors, but you're talking like 60 kilos, so nothing major. The bay is 1.47 meters wide and 1.52 meters long, which I believe is enough space for a Euro pallet. Now, towing capacity is 3,100 kilograms, and if you want one of these flashy covers, that'll set you back €1,900. That does not include fitting, unfortunately. The sports bars on the back will cost you €500. If you don't want them all silver and blingy, you can get them in matte black. And in case you're interested, this colour is called White Diamond. All L200s are double cab, but you can choose to have just 2 seats or 5 if you want. I'm guessing most people are going to go with 5, it's just handier. As you can see, it's not too bad back here. I have a bit of legroom and okay headroom. If we move into the middle seat, it's not the greatest thing in the world for me, but if you were smaller or a child, maybe you'd be a bit happier. Down here in front of me, we have a nice little slot to pop your smartphone, and there is 2 USB chargers as well to keep the kids happy. Right, well, the first thing I noticed when sitting in the front of the L200 is the vast improvement in quality over Mitsubishis of old. I swear to God, some of the ones I've sat in have felt like they've been welded together tins of beans. Prices for the L200 start at €35,000 and rise all the way to €42,000. The entry level is business, in the middle you get intense, and at the top is in style, which is what we are in today. In my eyes, intense is probably your best bet, which starts at roughly €38,000. So this in-style model obviously gives you things that you don't get on the lesser models, like the powered seats, which are also heated, thankfully, down here. It gets some dual zone automatic climate control and some parking sensors front and back. You also get some extra safety acronyms, which are, I'm not looking at my script, RCTA, BSW, UMS, and AHB, which we will slowly work through if you bear with me for 2 minutes. RCTA is Rear Crash Traffic Alert. So if you're backing out of a tight space, it'll just warn you of any possible hazards. BSW is blind spot warning, so it gives you the little light on your wing mirror if there's something in your blind spot. UMS is Ultrasonic Deceleration Mitigation System. And what that does is if you are maneuvering out of a tight spot, it'll just slow you down and stop you if you're about to hit something. Very handy in a big old beach like this. And finally, we have AHB, which is Auto High Beam. And I hope that's self-explanatory because I can't remember these things anymore. Sorry. Now on the entry level, you do not get the 360 bird's eye view camera, which I would highly recommend. It's a big car, it will come in handy. Up front, you get a 7-inch touchscreen with handy things like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, voice control. Down here, there are 2 USBs and a HDMI port. Hold on a second. Right, so powering the L200 is a 2.2 litre turbo diesel with 150 horsepower, 400 newton meters of torque, and that will give you a 0 to 100 kilometers an hour time of 12.8 seconds. So not rapid, but not surprising in this corner of the market. Now on test today, we have the 6-speed automatic, and it's fine. It works away in the background without too much hassle. For more sportier driving, you have some paddles here on the steering wheel, but they're basically ornaments. You're never going to use them on something like this. Now, if you're looking at fuel economy, the automatic is probably not the best bet. The quoted figure is 9.7 litres per 100 kilometers. In truth, we've gotten maybe 10, 10.5, so not too bad, but a manual will give you 8.8. Now, to be honest, I have driven the manual and I'd probably just go for that in this case. Unless you're doing lots and lots of stop-start driving, it's the better bet. As for the day-to-day stuff, I really wouldn't have many complaints. It settles in nicely on the motorway. The engine does take a bit of time to warm up, but once it is, it's a bit quieter, a bit nicer. Around town, maneuvering is fine. Obviously it's a big car, but it seems to have nicely weighted steering and it's quite agile for the size of it. One complaint I would have is with the brakes. They're a bit spongy and there's not a huge amount of feel off them. The travel is a bit too long for my liking. They work, they stop the car, but there's just sometimes you want a bit more confidence when it weighs as heavy as this thing does. Now, as you might expect from a large pickup truck, off-roading should be a strong point, and we're hopefully going to get a few shots for our lovely followers out there. Now, using a rotary dial down here, you can choose between different driving modes. So you have two-wheel drive for your normal day-to-day stuff. You have four-wheel drive with high gearing for stuff that is a bit more rugged, a bit rougher. Then you can have four-wheel drive with low gearing, and they lock the central diff for that more rugged stuff like gravel, sand, snow. And it's actually pretty competent on the bits of muck and dirt that we've tried out. Obviously we don't have sandy deserts here, unfortunately. So that is the Mitsubishi L200. Not a huge amount to complain about really. I would have liked a bit more power from the engine, but it does everything you would expect from a pickup, even if it's not the most exciting thing in the world. If you would like to search Cars Ireland for a new L200, please click on the link on screen somewhere. And if you want to watch our more exciting pickup review of the Ranger Raptor, click on another link.